Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to be joined by Roberto Gutierrez, the president of Klamath Community College. And on the far side from me, Superintendent Paul Hillyer, Klamath Falls City Schools. Gentlemen, thanks for being here.
Glad to be here, Craig.
So tell us, we're talking, Roberto, about this bond issue coming up. Tell us a bit about this project.
What it is it's an expansion of our institution, Craig. But the heart of this bond is really what we call the Klamath Community College Career Academy. We are trying to deal with an issue in our community that we have quite a few at-risk students. What we want to do is bring those at-risk students onto our campus, contextualize the curriculum, give them the vocational technical training. For example, our automotive program, we're going to change that curriculum so we give them how to do tune-ups. In our nursing program, we may give them part of the LPN, how to draw blood. And then you take the math component, then they understand why the mathematics is important. They understand that if you don't do this correctly, you could kill somebody. So they really want to do the hands-on, and that's called the KCC Career Academy. And data shows, we'll talk about Texas here in a minute, that it works. And then especially if they're on campus, then the modeling takes effect. They see other successful students and then they can see themselves as really making an impact and really being successful in these programs.
Okay.
So,
and Paul, how will this help city schools?
Well, the way we're looking at it, Craig, is we've had to do away with a lot of our opportunities for vocational classes over the years due to the many budget reductions to K-12 education. And this would open the door to us looking at opportunities for young people in those trades areas where they could be utilizing our schools still for some of those core subjects, but then joining forces with KCC during the day to go out and learn a trade, go on towards an AA degree, and even from there go on to 4-year degrees and articulate that all the way together from high school through 4-year college. So we see this as an exciting opportunity for a lot of our at-risk kids that are looking for, as Roberto said, those hands-on type career opportunities that this could provide.
And Roberto, how long would it take to get this program up and running?
well, after the bond passes, I'm being positive here, Craig.
Yeah, sure, and that's just next month, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
The voters will get actually the package coming up next week. After it passes, it takes about, to get the buildings going, about 2.5 years, close to 3 years, Craig. What we want to do is also establish a college-going culture across our county. The importance of that is more important now more than ever, because you've got to have some kind of post-secondary education if a student's going to be part of the middle class. This workforce transformation that's happening across our country, you've got to have that. High school used to be the passport to the middle class. It isn't no longer. Almost 70% of new jobs require some kind of post-secondary education. It doesn't have to be the master's degree or even the bachelor's or even the associate's. It can be a certificate. You know, it can be an automotive, or it can be even commercial driver's license. So we just started that program at KCC. You need something after high school. And we want to establish that college-going culture.
Very good. Okay, all right, we're going to take a quick break, gentlemen. We'll have much more in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Roberto Gutierrez, the president of Klamath Community College, and Superintendent Paul Hillyer of Klamath Falls City Schools, talking about this bond issue coming up, guys. Paul, let me ask you, you guys are following in the footsteps of, is it Texas in doing this?
McAllen, Texas. Roberto, Scott Perry from the SOESD and I went down to McAllen, Texas last month to learn from them, because we're looking at different models across the country that are trying to help their disadvantaged youth get not only a high school education, but also go on to college and career readiness following that. And we learned a lot from McAllen, Texas, to be real honest with you, both from the community standpoint, what that community is doing. They meet every Saturday in September and go knocking on doors of students that didn't show up for school the first day of school. They've got career academies within the schools that tie right in then with the community colleges afterwards. They have schools within the schools for kids that get a little bit behind in their credits so they can catch them up quickly. We learned a lot of different strategies there that we want to share with our boards of education at the community college and the 2 school districts, and our administrators at a December 12th summit that will be out at Klamath Community College. So it's an exciting time really for us in Klamath County.
Yeah, indeed. And I know, Roberto, we want to talk more about the summit.
Sure.
You guys really are trying to
Sure.
streamline education in this new age.
Absolutely. We have to do something different, Craig. Looks like what we've done before is not working. So it's time. So that's why we went to Texas to look at the model, because their model is working. But it really had to come, the whole community had to come together, and that's what we're doing. We're having the December 12th meeting. But what really, the data is there that it does work, but what they've done is they integrated credit right at the high school, to certificates, to some even have degrees right at the high school. And then if you really look at their student population, very socioeconomically disadvantaged, like we have in our area. But those students really, they never lowered the bar. Actually, they met the bar. And the successes they're having is, like I told the superintendent down there, they're almost like miracle working.
Wow.
So we want to take their successes, their data, because it works, and really bring it back home.
Wonderful.
So we're looking forward to that and making the positive impact across our community.
Very good, gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome,
Thank you, Craig.
Craig.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.